Now we've disturbed things here now at the moment, because in about 2 months' time you will not recognise this place where we are today now, because we're up here at Old Castle, at the Old Castle Cinema, where preparations are underway for the La Cheile for this year. Lads, sorry to have disturbed stuff.
Not at all.
We're going to have a look around now in a minute. We'll show you just what is going on, and by the time this goes out you'll see a completely different place. But this is amazing, lads.
We had the lighting guy in a couple of weeks ago looking at this place,
yeah,
and deciding where he was going to put the lights in, how he was going to do it, and all the rest. And his comment was, "You won't find a venue like this outside of Dublin," and I think I'd agree with him.
Well, as soon as we walked in, we said the same thing.
It's like a mini little Vicar Street.
Well, it's like Vicar Street, only clean.
Well,
yeah. Well, it will be.
Hopefully, it'll be cleaner.
It will be. Well, lads, this is La Cheile. Is most of the events going to be in here? And
all the headline acts will be in here. We've Ryan Sheridan, we've the Minutes, we've the Riptide Movements, we've who else we got? Well, not headliners, but some of the support acts are the Hot Sprockets, Sal Vitro, local band called RC Lo-Fi, who are going to make some noise. And then we're finishing it off on the Monday night, as usual, with a cover act, which is Big Generator.
Yeah, it's got to be massive. And La Cheile's gone from strength to strength. And this is Gary and Colin, by the way, I forgot to say that. It's going from strength to strength.
It is getting bigger.
From what started as a small festival in a small town,
yeah,
it's known countrywide now.
It is, yeah. We're getting the word out.
Yeah, and I can tell you from the bands and all the musicians out there, they know it's one to get on the list.
Yeah, it's we're definitely climbing the ladder. Yeah. There's a lot of festivals out there now that we're, I won't say up against, but I mean, there's not that many running on the same weekend as we are.
Yeah.
But people could get a little bit festivaled out after a while.
But we need it round here. There's
Absolutely.
nothing in Meath, Monaghan, Cavan, this whole area. There's nothing to cater for people that want to go to.
Nothing like La Cheile anyway.
No, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's been like that for a couple of years now, and stuff going on and on and on, Gary.
Yeah.
There's so much going on, isn't there?
Yeah. Where do I start? We have there's a lot of art stuff that happens in the weeks running up to La Cheile. There's things like art exhibitions, and there's things like book launches and all this kind of thing. This year we've got a woman called Rio Hogarty, who people might be familiar with. She is a woman she's appeared on The Late Late a couple of times. Right. She fostered 140 children in her lifetime, and she's written a book about it. She's written 2 books about it, actually.
How many? 140.
140 kids in her life. I think she's got to be touching 70 now, maybe a little bit over. But she's a very entertaining woman to talk to as well. So we have her coming in on Tuesday, the 29th of July, I think it is. And she's going to do a talk about her life, basically, and about her books. And we've got other stuff on the same night. We've got things like there's a local artist called Rory Clark. He's going to come in and do a live painting while Rio is doing her talk. We've got Force and Above, which you're going to see later. They're playing the same thing as well.
And with the internet now and everything else, with Facebook and stuff like that, people are familiar with these people that you're bringing on board to go and see live.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's great.
It's absolutely brilliant, because people are getting breaks in La Cheile and going on to bigger things.
We had, believe it or not, we had Codeline on the La Cheile stage.
I remember,
2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago? And I couldn't believe how quickly they went from playing our little stage at La Cheile to playing the O2 and then all over America now. So,
But that's a great sign, because
they wouldn't be where they are today if it wasn't for La Cheile.
No, well, believe me, from playing in bands, I tell you, that's where you've got to earn your craft, is the small upcoming festivals and stuff like that. And Colin, you have another kind of a fringe project, haven't you?
Yeah, well, I suppose I'm new to the team. I mean, this is my second year being involved in La Cheile. I spearhead the children's entertainment, because obviously it's a music and arts festival as well, and we're very focused on doing stuff for families. So we're very lucky. There's a venue just next door here that was a warehouse that hasn't been occupied, and a local businessman has given us it to use for our second year. And we're making that the children's entertainment venue. And I'm involved with that with some local art students and local drama group, and we're putting together several different zones in there for kids, to get their creative and their imagination juices flowing, and it's going to be wonderful. It was brilliant last year, and we hope to be bigger and better.
And it won't
this
be
year.
just like paint by numbers. You're going to have really heavy stuff, like
No, we've got
not
stuff
heavy,
like-
but
yeah, we've a kids museum going on, so they can get pictures with heroes and superstars and so on in our form. We've got a creative laboratory where they can get stuck in, and the parents get involved with them as well, with a make and do area as well. We've an express yourself stage where we encourage kids to get up and express themselves, and when they're young they just do it, and it's wonderful, and it's there, and it's colourful, and it's bright, and it went fantastic last year, and we believe it'll be just.
and people can go on the day; they don't have to
Absolutely go
just
today.
walk
It's a €2 charge, but it's open for 4 hours from 2 to 6 p.m. on both Saturday and Sunday, 2nd and 3rd of the Cheile weekend. And yes, please turn up, and everyone welcome.
Fantastic. But Gary, it's like a mini Glastonbury now. It's spread now, isn't it?
It's spreading, and it's just getting.
There's
bigger
more
and
art
bigger.
stuff, and there's
Every
more
single day
theatrical
we're
stuff.
on the phone, and we're getting more and more and more out on the streets. It's definitely going to be one of the biggest Cheilles I've ever been involved in this year. We have a huge thing happening on the Sunday. We have a family day. What we're calling the family day. We've got some live bands out in the middle of the square. We've got there's fire dancers. There's a small crafts market. Well, when I say small crafts market, I think there's about 30 stalls or something in it now. And that's
growing all the time.
That's growing all the time. There's lots of different children's entertainment events on the streets on that Sunday, and so much other stuff going on around it as well. There's a couple of plays happening around the corner in the Masonic Hall. There's a lady called Kira Cassoni, who is the winner of the playwright of the year at the Cork Theatre Festival recently. I might be getting that slightly wrong, but it's somewhere along those. She was the best newcomer and best new playwright of the year, something to that effect. Really good play anyway. There's that one. There's another play which is running on the Sunday, and it's written around the festival. So it's 3 women at a festival in this play happening at a festival.
What's that called?
It's called Intentions. It's written by a woman called Alice Lynch.
Yes, I know. I had her on the show. Yeah,
Right.
Talking about the same play, and she told us she was coming to the Cheile.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
So look back at an old green room, and you see we had the girls with. With that sounds really good.
Yeah, and for it to take place at a festival with festival noises in the background, we're going to do it on the open air stage in Queens on the Sunday at about 6 o'clock, I think it is. Yeah, so.
And all in all, like you and I were talking earlier, and it was 68 acts or something like that coming in.
78 acts. Excuse
78.
Me. 78
So,
acts.
it's Glastonbury.
It's
not
unreal, yeah.
like
Yeah.
Cheile is like the small Glastonbury. And do bands contact like Cheile now?
They do.
I know from when you start off a festival and say, right, who are we going to get? Who can we ask? Who will come on board? You start ringing. But now it's come round the other way, has it?
It's always been a little bit around the other way, but as the years are going through, I'm the one who gets all the emails.
Yeah.
And some people do start sending them very early in the year, like January, February. But then as we get up closer to the festival, there's an avalanche of stuff comes in.
Yeah.
And I listen to so much music all day, every day, of all of these acts all over.
And
a lot of them are.
Are you the artistic director, so to speak?
I wouldn't say that.
You
exactly,
say, yeah,
but
it is. It's a vital part of the. You can't run a festival without somebody like you that has to say yes and has to say no.
Well, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
A few of us obviously get a say so in who gets to play on the stages. But
and you hand the phone over and you say, "I'll ring you, man. Tell him, maybe next year."
Something like that. Yeah, let's not get into that. Yeah, but basically, I get a heap of emails in, and I pass them around to some of the other guys, and we make a decision. And yeah, and people will say, I suppose it's down to individual taste as well. Some people will like this band, and somebody else will hate them. This kind of thing, and it's a majority rules.
You've got to get a happy medium.
That's
and you've big names this year.
The headliner, big names, yes, we definitely have. Ryan Sheridan is doing his one and only gig in Ireland with us this year.
Huge at the moment with the new song and video Home.
Yeah.
And taken from Mrs. Brown's Boys, the movie.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. He's getting a lot of attention for it. And it is a great song. Have you seen the video?
Yeah, I've seen it. It's absolutely fantastic, yeah.
Really good, yeah.
And I've heard him on RTE, Today FM, all the radios, and he mentions La Cheile every time.
Yeah, good man. Yeah.
But it means a lot.
Absolutely it does, yeah. Yeah, the more people get to hear about it, the more people will have to fill this big, huge space here behind you.
And it is huge. We're going to have a look at it now in a few moments. Now you'll see just how big it is, and you'll see what it's going to look like when we've left. So it's just. But again, who else have you coming on?
Okay, I'll try and go through as many as I can.
Well, look, if you leave anybody out, don't worry, we'll flash them up anyway.
Obviously, right. One of my favourite acts that's an up-and-coming act at the moment. When I say they're up-and-coming, they supported Richie Sambora in the Olympia not too long ago. They supported Status Quo in the O2. It's a band called Sal Vitro. They're playing on the Monday night. I really, really like these guys.
Yeah.
There's a band called Codes who've been off the radar for a little bit. They went over to England to record their album, and they're just coming back onto the scene again. I won't say we're the first gig that they're playing, but I think we're about the second or third.
You're in there anyway.
Gig they're also playing on the Monday night. Hot Sprockets are going ballistic this year.
We know the Sprockets.
Everywhere. We've got the Hot Sprockets.
They started in Chapter 1 in Cavan, in a cafe.
Yes, I heard about that. Yeah. I've seen a few videos of
We've seen them from day one,
and
it's just...
Yeah, and it's great that they're doing so well. We actually had them last year, and I don't think anybody really knew who they were last year, but they've got a huge following since then. And again, you see, get on the Cheile stage. That's what might happen. Who else we got? The Barley Mob. The
Barley Mob, Barley Mob are making names too. They're making waves.
And they're a great festival act because they really get the crowd involved as well. And I'm sure you've seen it where they get everybody down or something. We've got the Heathers. We've got a girl who went.
Who's the Heathers now?
The Heathers are the two girls who had the. They were the Discover Ireland ad. 2 years ago. Yeah. I'm not going to sing the song because we're on camera. But yeah, that's the Heathers. We've got a girl called Orla Gartland who is just coming onto the scene. Really, she kind of went nuts last year. She was a YouTube sensation. She recorded some of her own stuff at home, and she was getting 60, 70, 80,000 hits. And now she's just come back off tour in America, and we have her on the stage on Friday.
Fantastic.
On the Friday. Corner Boy, another great band.
Seen them recently in Chapter 1 too.
Did you?
Fantastic, yeah.
Is there anybody you haven't seen?
Yeah, no, they are fantastic. They are great.
They are really excellent bands. Come on, Robbie, help me out here. 78 acts.
78 acts.
I can't remember them.
But no, we'll go through the list. We'll put up, we're going to do a kind of video montage where we're finished having a chat with everybody.
Excellent. There's a band I just came across recently called Anagog, and it was one of those that just jumped out at me from the heap of emails that I got, and I actually saw a snippet of them playing at Abner Brown's in Rathmines,
right, and
immediately went and
look for them.
And they're amazing, and I really think they're going somewhere as well. It's a kind of it's very easily listening thing. There's a little bit of Pink Floyd in it. There's a little bit of very easygoing prog rocky kind of thing from the 70s. It's
really next thing to come back now is the prog rock.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big keyboard sound is coming back again. Travis Oaks.
Travis Oaks, local band.
Yeah, great band.
Yeah. Bit of a rock twist to them, and I like my rock, So, Travis Oaks, who are supporting the Riptide Movement, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Riptide
Movement as well. They're going amazingly well.
And the Minutes.
Yeah.
On the same bill. That's what a gig. It's the Riptide Movement, it's the Minutes, it's the Travis Oaks, it's who else is on that one? Barley Mob, I think. What can I say?
And then the club is open here.
That's the thing.
Till 2:30.
Yeah, we've got
2:30.
2:30. You get your ticket, and that gets you in to see a band, so you can stay on for the club after.
Yeah, and that's with
Ali is a DJ every night.
After when everything's just when you think it's over.
Just when you think
it's only kicking off.
That's it. Mm.
We've been there. Been there a couple of times. Just when you're getting your second wind. But that's it's exciting stuff.
It's like you said.
And you have the blessing of the community, which is...
We do, and we get so much help from the community as well. And we things like sponsorship and people just helping us out in different areas. And if they don't give us something, they'll give us their time. They'll give us
lots of community groups. I know from, let's say, my end again, involved in the children's entertainment, only for the community groups locally, you can do these things.
You can't do it, no.
Hands on board, willing to participate, willing to get young people involved with the dancing, with the artwork, etc., etc. Only for that it couldn't happen,
And again, it's
a tight budget, and we need this.
As we're always saying, you see, everyone sees the gig, everyone sees the lights and the sound and everything like that. Nobody sees the headaches. that you guys go through. You know what I mean?
Well, we hope that they don't see the headaches.
Yeah, but it's great talking here and getting
Yeah.
ready for it. But the prep is unreal, isn't it?
We've got a really good team on it this year, though.
I remember you saying to me last year you were getting ready for this year.
Yeah.
You know,
sure,
that was
yeah.
it starts now.
Yeah, well,
You know?
and we probably didn't mention it at the time, but we did have this place in mind at that stage.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, the new venue has really made everyone so excited about it because, you know, it's bigger, it's more attractive.
Yeah,
as you
yeah.
say, when anyone that comes in here, you know, there's a wow factor. They just walk in the door
Absolutely.
because, you know, from the front, it's not obvious.
No.
And when you walk in here, it's just a fantastic venue. And of course, I think that's lit everyone's fire.
And anybody that goes around gigs around the country will know that that potential here is unreal.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It's unreal because where are we from Dublin? 60 mile?
Yeah, it's an hour.
Yeah. That's,
It's only an hour.
Straight up the M3. Yeah.
I go every day.
And still,
It's only an hour.
we're only an hour from the border.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
the whole...
Right in the middle, yeah.
Yeah, you're right between the M3 and the M4 here. I mean, the M4's only 20 minutes that way as well.
Yeah.
You know, 25 minutes possibly.
Jesus, that's the best of luck. Gary, tell the people again, tell them all about it. Where it is, what it is.
The Cheile Arts and Music Festival is in Oldcastle in County Meath, and it starts on Friday the 1st of August, runs until Monday the 4th of August, with a few other little bits around that. So like I said, a few events happening earlier on in that week, but the main stuff starts on the Friday.
And I guarantee you, when you see this place when it's finished, it's going to look amazing. We have to go. We're a bit too early, but that's the very, very best of luck. I know it's going to be a huge success. It's going to be fantastic. And get the diary out for next year.
Absolutely, yes.
Because I remember talking to the lads in sessions and saying, this is going so good. And they said, yeah, we've just tried to work out next year.
Yeah, that's the way it got us.
So that's well, very, very best of luck.
Thank you very
And
much.
here's a montage now of some of the acts that are appearing at this year's Cheile Festival. Make sure you're there. Make sure you just go and see the Castle Cinema. Because I remember when this was a cinema.
35 years ago, since it closed its doors. Yeah.
I was 2.
Hit me!